Something broke. Cool. Good thing that's where Claude Code actually shines. The first instinct most people have is to rerun commands or builds and hope it works. You don't have to do that. Instead, try taking the error output and give it to Claude Code itself. So paste the full error. You don't even have to make a summary. Claude Code can parse through stack traces, build logs, deployment errors. In fact, the more detail you give it, usually the better the diagnosis. For my debugging workflow, the first thing I usually do is paste the entire error. I literally copy the terminal output and drop it into a conversation with Claude Code. I'll say stuff like, hey, I ran this build command and got this error, and then I'll paste the entire error text, and then I usually, for step 2, I add context about what I was doing when I got that error. Stuff like, I just added a new business role to this table, which helps narrow the search space. And then the third thing I do is I tell Claude Code to investigate in plan mode. Because in plan mode, it'll read the relevant files, trace the issue, and then propose a fix from there. And I like it in plan mode because then I can read through all of its research and the proposed fix before I actually execute. For runtime issues, as in like the app deploys but doesn't behave right, I usually give Claude Code the symptoms. So I'll say, the records are being created, but the assignment rule isn't firing. Then let it read the rules, let it read the files, check the conditions, trace that logic. It's good at these kind of things because it can hold the whole code base in context at once. Something that's genuinely hard to do manually when you've got tables, rules, flows, and spread across dozens of areas in your application. One tip that saved me a lot of time, if a debugging conversation gets long and tangled, start it over, start a new one. Claude Code loads your Claude MD file at the start of every conversation, so it won't lose the project context, but a fresh conversation means a clean slate for debugging. Another tip, use that now-sdk build command as your feedback loop. After Claude Code proposes a fix, build immediately. If it passes, you're good. If it fails, paste the new error. This is a really tight loop. In fact, my workflow has skills that tells Claude Code to do this after applying changes to fix things automatically if it fails, since Claude will be seeing the terminal output directly anyways. Don't spend 20 minutes staring at code trying to figure it out yourself. Just take the errors, give it context, and then let the coding agent like Claude Code do its work. Okay, thanks. Talk to you in the next one.